Hello everyone and welcome to Formula 1 2012. It's here. The real deal is here. And well, I'm getting let out on the track already in my Lotus. It's my first race this online on the new game. I'm in a Lotus. I'm last on the grid. It's on Texas. Let's see what I can do. So, as I mentioned, it's Texas, the new circuit in this year's calendar. If I sound a little bit ill, that's because I'm ill, but that's not going to stop me shouting my way through this commentary. So we're away off the line. I'm P15 out of 15. Curves off the line is massively more effective on this game than the last one. Blue flags already for some weird reason. Don't know what that is. That's a bit of a glitch as we now run towards the first corner. Braking hard at almost everyone's a ghost. Bit of lag there. Everyone lagged ahead of me. We got contact between about 15 cars around Mercedes. And there's, well, I'm up into P7. There was Mercedes is going everywhere and everything, and now I'm behind this Force India. Let's see what I can do from here. There's corners just about every single second, and oh my god, there's there's a wide Ferrari that's just been punted off by me, and now I'm up into P5. I've gone up the inside of the Red Bull, which wasn't too bad. I'm still behind this Scottish person in the Force India, and I'm not behind him anymore because I've just absolutely sold him up his inside. That was lovely. And now we're up into P4. P4 from 15th on the grid. The Force India, they're clearly not happy. There was another spinning out Mercedes, and I've got myself into P3. I'm on the podium. I assume it's half a lap. This is obviously the new circuit, so I'm not really sure where the corners are and what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm assuming it's about halfway through the lap. And I've now been smashed in the back, and I've hit the HRT. The HRT has spun out and given me a penalty. That's bad news. And I've now hit the... Wow, I'm hitting everyone, but... yeah, that was a bad little corner section from me there, and I've got myself a penalty for it, but I've got myself into first position. Just bear in mind, if you're watching this 3 months down the line or something, this was recorded and put up and everything on the first day. In fact, it's my first online race, so cut me some slack for some bad driving. It's the case for everyone at this stage, but I don't think it was too bad in the end from this driving. So I've got a 10-second time penalty, but we've got the lead, so I'm reasonably ahead. It's quite a run to the finish line on this final straight, isn't it? And then it's a big climb up the hill on this lap. If I can get a clear lap in here, we might be able to get a little bit of a feel for what the track's like, rather than just cars going off everywhere and trying to work out what's going on from there. But so we go through the first corner, which is a bit of a right angle. Then we go through this little area, which is just corner after corner after corner. And you think they're going to stop for a second, and they just don't. They just keep coming at you. These stupid corners. You just cannot get enough of these corners. I'm still going through these corners, and there's this guy that's right all over my backside now. And, well, I've dropped him a bit, but he was for a second there, absolutely all over me. So finally all those corners have come to an end, and we've got this really sharp bend, which is a right little niggly bend to try and do right. But off the back of that, you've got your Kerr's abuse time. Kerr's abuse, which is lovely to see. Someone's retired from the race, and it doesn't surprise me the amount of carnage that's gone on now. There's only 13 people in the lobby, as opposed to the 15 that started. And we're coming up towards the final sector. This is where I sort of took out the HRT last lap. That wasn't very clean of me, but I was rammed in the back. If you re-watch it, you'll see me getting smashed from behind, and that's sick and wrong. So we're coming through here. There's more corners. I'm still cornering in this track. I think apart from that one straight and the start-finish straight, you're almost turning the wheel at all times. And then we've got these flat-out corners. 1, 2, 3, 4 flat-out corners there before we break into this one and take that lovely. So I think we're going to get this lap clean. In fact, we could be on for a win here. We could be on for a win on my first ever race. It hasn't been the tidiest of affairs, but, well, that last lap was relatively tidy, but we could be on for a win. That was a very clean and rosy lap. In fact, it was a 1:41. I've got no idea how good that is in terms of actual lap time. I'm probably, after a few months of this game, I'll be doing like 1:35s on this lap. But, you know, with experience and map knowledge. But at the moment, a 1:41 is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Let's see if I can do these bends better. No, I can't, because I've gone wide there again. And they're still coming at me, these corners. There's just so many of these corners. I mean, it's quite fun to drive if you get them all right. But there's just a ridiculous amount of corners. I mean, I bet the corner count goes into 3 figures on this game. Corner 455 is probably the final corner on this track. There's so many. Anyway, so we're coming onto the straight. You get a little bit of respite on here. DRS straight this is, and I'm definitely on for a win here. This has been a cruising last 2 laps. In fact, it's been quite a dull 2 laps, but it's my first race, so I feel like I must upload it. There might be, well, I need to get a 10-second advantage over this TK guy that's behind me if I want to, unless he's got a penalty, of course, if I want to win the race officially. But I might get shunted down 2 or 3 positions over the end because of my penalty. But nevertheless, I've got a good feel for this Austin circuit. This is Sector 3 now. These flat-out corners are probably my favourite on this track because they're quite easy to get right. Well, they're pretty easy to get right because you don't have to brake at all, and they're quite fun to do anyway. So we're coming towards the final corner. Bit of a dull race apart from that first lap. Hope you got a nice feel of what the new circuit's like if you haven't played it yet. And we're going to cross the finish line. Well, if we get to there, it's a heck of a journey to the finish line. There we go, across it now. I think I'm P2 already, and now I'm P3, so that's not great. I'm probably going to not finish on the podium actually. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.